Hey everybody, and welcome back to Portraits of Atlanta, the only show in Atlanta where you get to meet the people that are building businesses within our community. Today, I'm so glad to be joined by some longtime friends, Shane and Callie Mahaffey, owners of the Towne Plumber in Woodstock, Georgia. Y'all, great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you. Thanks for having us.
So tell us a little bit about Towne Plumber, because you're a family-owned company. When did you start, and what's the story as to what caused you to start Towne Plumber?
Well, this February will be 3 years.
Wow, I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, it feels like it's been 10, but it's only been 3. I'd kind of right out of high school started in my career, plumbing career, and if you're the type of person that has any initiative or drive, you're going to want something bigger than what you're in. And that's kind of, it's hard when you see, that you can be successful, but you're doing it for someone else. So that's I've always had it in the back of my mind that I wanted to do it. It's just hard to take that step. Eventually, like 3 years ago, we finally took that leap. We moved out to Cherokee County, Woodstock. We were in Paulding County before that, and that move, I think, was a big part of us making that decision. Just being in that area, I guess the rest is history. We've been doing it for almost 3 years now.
So taking that leap of faith, Callie, what was that like when you started the company?
That's a good question. I think it was really hard because you get comfortable where you are, obviously. And for 10 years, it was a really similar, just cycle of working Monday through Friday, working Saturdays. He was, just kind of doing the same thing. But then, there is the level of comfort. So I think it was a big step. I feel like we were doing it. We were getting ready for like 9 months, getting ready, dragging our toes a little bit. And then I remember the first day that we had 3 calls come in, and we were like so happy. We got 3 plumbing calls, and I think it was probably, just people that we knew who were referring us. Mm-hmm. But it was cool. And since then, obviously, we've done a lot of really cool stuff. We've made a lot of mistakes that we've learned from. So it's been a big learning experience. But overall, I think it's been a really positive experience and a life-changing experience for our family, for our kids, so...
Well, that's awesome. So you're in the Towne Lake area, obviously, Towne Plumber.
Yeah.
Yes.
What made you go to that area? And I'm going to make you tell the story because I was your realtor at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why was it Towne Lake?
I think it was, I knew that we wanted to get out of the area we were in, and I grew up in Cobb County. Mm-hmm. So we initially started looking in that area, Cobb County, Kennesaw, Ackworth, Marietta. I wanted to be in Cobb County. And when we were looking, there just wasn't a lot in our price point, in the area that we wanted to be in. So I remember just looking. I didn't know anything about Towne Lake, but when you drive into Towne Lake, you kind of know you're somewhere, a nice area. So, we just kind of stumbled on it, to be honest with you. And it was probably the best thing that could have happened,
And it's changed a lot over the years.
It has changed a lot, yeah. When we moved out there, a lot of people were like, where are you at? I mean, you guys, they kind of looked at it like we were, out in the country. Mm-hmm. And, there's so much to do there, though, and it's such a great place to raise a family. You've got Downtown Woodstock right there. It's got anything and everything you could ask for.
Which is awesome now because it, 6-7 years ago, none of that stuff was there.
Right, yeah. So we've been there about 6 years now, and even in the short time we've been there, we've seen so much change, and that's positive change, too, so... I feel really blessed to be there. I think it kind of just lined up perfectly for us.
Callie, what's your favorite thing about where you're living now?
Just so different from where we were before. I think Cherokee County has this very unique sense of community. There's Canton and there's Woodstock, and then you can get up into Ball Ground, but there are so many different opportunities for people to connect in different areas and in groups, and it still kind of does feel like a small town, even though there's a lot of people there, and there's traffic, and there's a lot of stuff to do, but there's a very unique sense of community there. And when there are things going on, for example, like a soldier coming home from a tour of duty, like the Cherokee County has got people lined up on Facebook, and in 48 hours they've got people lining the streets of Towne Lake Parkway to welcome him home.
Select Realty was there today.
Yes.
We had a bunch of our agents out there welcoming him home.
So you heard about it, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the Missing in America project.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So just stuff like that I think is pretty cool.
That's awesome. So every time I see the community talking about recommending a plumber, and there's tons of Facebook groups. We had Josh Bagby on a couple of weeks ago. He just started Cherokee Connect, that Facebook group, which overnight has grown into like this massive, just community-centric Facebook group. But every time I see somebody mentioning a plumber, it's Towne Plumber. And every time I see something going on in downtown Woodstock, whether it's the scarecrow things that you guys do or something with the kids or the dog of the week, it's like you guys are very tight-knit in the community. What has that done for your business? Like, why is that the way that you go in growing the business?
I mean, it's really everything, because if somebody refers you, you've already got that trust factor out of the way. When you don't know the person and you kind of just Google a company, you don't really know what you're getting. But if I say, hey, Chris, call this roofing company, I know the guy very well, he's done work for me, you're going to already kind of have that trust established. So I think that's really important to us. And I think we're kind of able to do that because we're not a huge company. And I take a lot of pride in the fact that, people do refer us, and that it lets me know that we're doing something. We're doing a good job, So, that means a lot to us. I mean, we probably get 3 or 4 calls a day, and from friends of people that just referred us. Basically our business is a big part of our business is referrals. So we try to do a good job and just kind of treat people the way we would want to be treated. And if you do that, I think things will kind of take care of themselves. So, yeah.
That's fantastic. So what's the vibe in Cherokee County right now, especially Woodstock, is very young, and it feels like it's getting younger every day. So what are the organizations like? What are you involved within the community that is helping to give back? Because I know you guys are big with all of that.
Oh, yeah. So one organization that I've recently become a part of that's really important to me is the Rotary Club of Towne Lake. They are very heavily focused on supporting local Cherokee County charities, such as the Goshen Valley Boys Ranch, Never Alone Food Pantry. Yes, yeah, it's awesome. So that's something that I've just recently been able to be a part of in the last 12 months or so, and it's very cool because everybody wants to help and everybody wants to give back to the community, but sometimes you really don't know how. So when you have an organization like the Rotary Club who says, okay, every third Saturday we're taking these boxes of food to, this, a senior citizen's home, it's easy to sign up and go. And then, they're doing a Thanksgiving dinner for the Goshen Valley, and they'll tell you what they need when you need to be there. So it's a great way to give back, just with when we're a newer company still kind of, learning, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's been cool, and it's been a very fun experience.
Awesome. So company aside, what are some of the things that you absolutely love about, your part of town? Like when you're not working, where can we find you?
Well, we have 4 kids, and they pretty much at this point are all in sports. So
okay.
Basketball in the wintertime. I'm an assistant coach for my middle son, Easton, his team. And they asked me to be a head coach. I couldn't take on that commitment.
Yeah.
He also forgot that he's his oldest son's head coach. So.
Oh.
That's true. Yeah. So I do that. Our youngest son, Nolan, we just finished up his first season of baseball, and I was the head coach for that. So if we're not at work, if I'm not working, I'm usually doing something with the kids.
Yeah.
Sports or just just being outside, hanging out with the kids.
So being so involved in the sports community where you are, if somebody's interested in getting involved in sports, like what organizations are you a part of, and what do you think is like, why did you choose those over others?
The park by us that we are involved with is Hobgood Baseball Park, and they have been doing baseball for a really long time. It's kids from 4 till seniors in high school, and so we are happy to work with them with their park, sponsoring it, volunteering both of our times as coaches and team moms, and working the carnival and all that
Can't
stuff.
do it without the team moms.
No,
Right.
you cannot.
No.
Yes, thank you.
Most important part.
Right.
So that's awesome. What else?
I mean, the basketball is all ran through the school, which is cool.
Okay.
It's Cherokee County. So I think Parker's grade has, is it 3 or 4 teams? Same for Easton. There's 3 or 4 teams for each grade, but you play other schools in Cherokee County, which is nice. It's very low key too. One practice a week and then a game on Saturday, which is nice for us because we're used to baseball, travel baseball, where you practice 2 or 3 nights a week, and then your Saturdays and Sundays are just games. So.
Well, that's baseball in the South.
Exactly, yeah. It's, you kind of feel like if your kid's not doing it, he's kind of getting left behind, So, yeah. So, I mean, the basketball program is ran through the school, which is nice, and then baseball was Hobgood, and we play over here in Marietta at East Cobb. So
nice.
Yeah.
So, when you don't get the kids, and you've got a night out, where's your go-to?
We're really simple. I mean, we're kind of like old people. We just, I personally I like going into Downtown Woodstock.
Yeah.
And not late, kind of eating like a 7 o'clock dinner.
Callie's giving you some eyes. Like.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's on a nice night, it's nice just to kind of walk around, maybe go get a drink, grab some dinner.
Not a night like tonight.
Not a night, no, not at all.
It's like 20 degrees
exactly,
outside.
Yeah. So
4 in the afternoon.
I mean, that's a nice night to me, with no kids, just something low key.
Yeah, I mean, with how downtown Woodstock is now, I mean, there's no reason that I would ever see us going down to Atlanta.
You got Reformation,
yeah.
which
There's
is
a
nice.
brewery,
Yeah.
And they're just opening up another location in Canton.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
There's like music, there's places to listen to live music, there are rooftop bars, they're putting in like a boutique hotel in the next year or so.
I didn't know about that.
You got Mad Life. They've always got
There's
something
a new
going on.
steakhouse. You gotta go. Take Celine.
I need to go there.
Yeah.
So we're super close to like downtown Roswell, and it's a little bit further to go to downtown Woodstock for us, but we go through there all the time on the way up to LJ. So it's like we're passing there. It just makes sense every once in a while. I've got a listing in Ball Ground, which is a big commercial property we're trying to sell. But so if anybody listening wants to buy a commercial property, I've got a great one in Ball Ground, Georgia. So kind of back on topic. So going to downtown Woodstock, give me your favorite restaurants.
I mean,
I'm gonna make you choose, and the owners are gonna hear it.
I like Freight.
Freight? Oh, I love Freight.
Yeah, I like Freight a lot. I like the atmosphere. That place, I like that place a lot. I like Pure.
Pure is good.
Yeah. I like Pure a lot. I like Mexican food. What about you?
Probably the same ones. I mean, Pure is nice. The rooftop is super cool when it's, like you said, when it's not freezing outside. There's another wine bar that has tapas across the street that's nice. So I really don't feel like you can go wrong when you're down there.
No, Century House.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
You just keep naming them.
Yeah.
We've been to them. And
we've been to all of them. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a bad experience to where I would say I wouldn't go back. I mean, it's all pretty good.
So obviously you're really enjoying where you're living. You just bought another house in the same area.
Yep.
So what's the long-term goal for the Mahaffeys and Towne Plumber?
I mean, really the long-term goal is just to raise my family, and the community. It's a great place to be. And if I've got 3 sons and I've got a daughter, so I would I'd like to have the family business for maybe if that's an option for one, if that's what they want to do, they can go into the business, and I can maybe play more golf and just relax a little bit. That would be my long-term goal, to kind of build something up for them.
Yeah. I think that's kind of a common theme among business owners.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing here. That's why
Exactly.
hopefully leaving something better for the next generation.
Exactly. Yeah, that would be my goal.
I mean, and we're also still, looking to the future, the next 10 years, like with growth for our business.
Mm-hmm.
One of the hardest things about being a skilled trade is that, shout out to all the high schoolers, is, being a plumber or an electrician is not as common as it used to be.
No,
and
it's harder to find them.
It is harder, yeah. So it is definitely a career to think about, because it is definitely, less and less people coming out of high school or college
There's a huge demand for it right now.
There is.
And you can pretty much do it wherever you want. So if you don't want to live in Georgia, you want to go to Colorado or California, they need plumbers too. So it's something you can take with you wherever you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You'll always have a job too. Mm-hmm. I mean, if for whatever reason we close the doors at Towne Plumber, I could walk into any company in Atlanta tomorrow and have a job.
That's security.
Yeah.
So that's kind of one of the challenges that I think every community is going to be facing over the next couple of really decades, is this shortage of trades that people have been pushed into college, saying the college is the next high school degree.
Right.
And now I was watching the news this past weekend, and they're bringing back apprenticeships.
They are, yeah. I know they took a lot of that stuff out of high schools. Like when we were in high school, you had the auto shop.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, you had construction tech, and then they kind of got rid of that stuff, and they're starting to bring it back now. They see that there's a huge demand for it, and it's something we have to have. I mean,
because there's no avenue that are pushing people into the trades, and it's only going to make it so that there are fewer and fewer family-owned companies like yours.
Yeah, and a lot of what we do is, it's not really new construction or remodels. I mean, it's kind of like we're in people's houses every day. We're dealing with customers face to face, and not everybody can do that. You can get a crew out to a house or a job site, and they can throw the plumbing in the house when it's being built, but
it's a lot easier.
It's a lot easier, to find somebody to do that versus somebody that a homeowner is going to feel comfortable with in their house,
Somebody who's going to rip out the drywall and say, I'm going to fix it, and it's going to be fixed.
Yeah. So.
Awesome. So, we do a thing on Portraits of Atlanta called our speed round. So stay tuned. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors, and we'll get into our speed round with Callie and Shane Mahaffey.
Portraits of Atlanta is sponsored by Sellect Realty. Sellect Realty is proud to present Honest Offers. Honest Offers is more than just an instant cash offer on your home. We let you know how much you profit when you sell by owner, traditionally, or a cash offer. With Honest Offers, you'll know which selling method is right for you, the way you want to sell. We're revolutionizing home sales with Honest Offers. Contact us at 770-509-0265 or go to selectrealty.com with 2 L's in the word sell.
All right, everybody, and we're back with Shane and Callie Mahaffey from the Towne Plumber, and we are going to get into our speed round. So they don't know what questions are coming, but we got 1 minute on the clock. Correction, that was 1 hour. Now it's 1 minute on the clock. Not killing everybody with time here. All right, so, and here we go. Shane, what kind of music are you into?
Country and classic rock.
Callie, what was the best vacation you ever took, and why?
Oh, man. That's a tough one. I need to go to more exotic places, hint, hint, but all the times we go to the beach with the kids, we always have a great time.
Awesome. Shane, if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be, and why?
I'd be a pecan tree.
A pecan tree.
Yeah, because they're big, and the trees live a long time.
Trees live a long time.
And I like pecans a lot. So
there we go.
Yeah.
Callie, what do you think of garden gnomes?
Neutral.
Neutral. Okay. Shane, what's your favorite ice cream topping?
Probably Jerry.
Okay, Callie, what was the last show you binge watched?
The Handmaid's Tale.
Okay. Shane, what was your favorite age growing up?
12.
12. Callie, same question.
17.
17. All right, we are out of time on the speed round. Callie and Shane, thank you so much for being a part of Portraits of Atlanta today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
For
you.
anybody who wants to get in touch with you, tell them what you do, where you service, and how they can find you.
Yep. You can find us online at townplumber.com. We work in Woodstock and the surrounding areas, which is Marietta, Kennesaw, Ackworth, Roswell. And you can call us anytime, and I will call you. I will answer, or I will call you right back, or text you right back, or email you, or whatever you want to do.
And we will have all of your contact information in the show notes. Callie and Shane, it's great seeing you again. Thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Good to see
you.
you.
And for everybody on portraitsofatlanta.com, please make sure you go to iTunes, Google Play, wherever you find podcasts. Subscribe, leave us a review, tell us what you think. And if you know anybody that should be on the show, please let us know. We'd love to bring them on. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Portraits of Atlanta is sponsored by Sellect Realty. Sellect Realty is proud to present Honest Offers. Honest Offers is more than just an instant cash offer on your home. We let you know how much you profit when you sell by owner, traditionally, or a cash offer. With Honest Offers, you'll know which selling method is right for you, the way you want to sell. We're revolutionizing home sales with Honest Offers. Contact us at 770-509-0265 or go to selectrealty.com with 2 L's in the word sell.